is your boy Pixelbane here. Let us, without too much further ado, let us start up this Dominions 4 AI battles. If you're unfamiliar with this, which is pretty much everyone in existence, it is where I pit two AIs against each other. Today's first match is against the Kingdom of Man versus the Kingdom of Tianqi. Alright. I actually have to... Nope, never mind. I am Relay here. Alright, so it looks like I am just the disciple of the Kingdom of Man. For the Kingdom of Man, their disciple god is that of Uther Pendragon. The Pretender god, rather. As you can see, he is quite powerful in his dominion. He has a lot of points into production, some growth, a lot of luck. He's not very magic oriented, and he's very peaceful. His domain is very peaceful, so it allows him to basically spam out units like a motherfucker. And the other god is for Tianqi. It is Masatsugu. As you can see, he's maxed out on that luck, and one of his abilities here is the ability to increase luck chance outcomes. So basically, he should be getting luck left, right, and center. His dominion is like very turmoil, filled with turmoil. That's not too surprising, seeing as how he's based around 3 Kingdoms China. But since we're not going to be able to see his events, let's just go jump in and see what the Kingdom of Man is going to be doing here. They're going to go for their first province. The Kingdom of Man is quite well-rounded. They had some infantry, some longbowmen here. But their bread and butter is their Chalice Knights. They ride alicorns, so they have a charge bonus against any infantry, and they're quite heavily armored, and they can do a lot of damage. As for Tianqi, they have probably like the most wide variety of units in the game. Like it's crazy. It looks like we were good there. The dead forest has been taken by the Kingdom of Man. It's unfortunate I can't see where Tianqi is, but we can assume that they're right around here because we can see some of their dominion. I have no idea how long this match is gonna go, but it should be relatively short. It looks like Kingdom of Man is not doing anything the first turn, or the second turn. Third turn, they're going for the Bulwark. There's no doubt they'll be able to take this. The AI on normal doesn't seem to take battles that they can't win. Some cavalry. I don't think it's going to be too bad because of the pikemen or the Kingdom of Man. But yeah, Kingdom of Man really shines with their longbowmen because they're quite accurate, and there are wide variety of cavalry options, with their best unit obviously being the Chalice Knight, or whatever it's called. And looks like they easily routed the enemy forces here. All right. Let's see. Nope, they're not making another move, but I would assume that they're probably going to start moving their way northward. I have a feeling that that's their plan here. Oh, they went for 2 provinces. All right, so Valador. Their armies are definitely amassing. It's only been like 4 turns or 5 turns. Oh, and they do have bards. That's another thing about the Kingdom of Man. They have music based. They have magic based around music. So having the magic and research is not as strong because you can just have them play their songs of bravery. They're basically the priests of the Kingdom of Man, even though they do have priests themselves. Though this match, I don't know. This cavalry could be pushing in. No, it doesn't look like it. The defense of the infantry from Kingdom of Man, I guess, is just a little bit higher than the low-tier cavalry. And it looks like they're routed. They're taking some friendly fire from their archers. Alright, now Temniglia. Let us see what's going on here. No doubt they're going to be able to take this, like these early ones. Like, even though these aren't Kingdom of Man infantry, these are just infantry that they requisitioned or recruited. Whoa, someone cast like Ivy Arrow for whatever reason. Yeah, these are just like not normal Kingdom of Man infantry, so they're typically a little bit weaker. They are adequate to these type of bandits. But they have the numbers advantage. I don't see any reason why they would fail this. already broke half the infantry, and that morale is gonna break the archers as well. Easy, easy. I can only hope that the Kingdom of Tianqi is having a good start, because their god is awakened right now, and that's the strongest phase for them. Kingdom of Ghent. Let me see what's going on here. But when you have your god awakened in this mode, you have greater Dominion spread, or any mode in Dominion's Fort. So they have that early game bonus, as Uther Pendragon is a dormant god, so he should be showing up at the end of the first year, give or take a few months. So that's the timing push that the Kingdom of Man should be going for. They should be building up as much income for gold, and building up as much like population in their main city, so they have more resources to work with, so that they may push with heavy cavalry and their god of Uther at the same time. Though it's unlikely that they'll push with Uther. Another easy victory for the Kingdom of Man. So far, nope, there we go. They made Ghent is on the borders of the Kingdom of Tianqi. 30 enemy units consisting mainly of swordsmen and archers. Those archers and swordsmen can easily kill these militiamen. These militiamen aren't very strong at all, so we'll see what happens. It looks like there was a potential loss of a territory. This one in Tenaria, we can obviously tell that the Kingdom of Man won that fight, so we don't necessarily need to see that. So we get to see the aggressor of Tianqi making their first move. We can see what they're running with, you know? They are running with just swordsmen, and then like a commander of swords. I think this might be a guaranteed win for Tianqi. I don't know how strong swordsmen are, but like they have to be stronger than just militiamen. And it looks like that's the case. They're taking almost no damage, or some bleed damage over there. Let's just speed it up. This is pretty much a foregone conclusion at this point. Yep. It looks like the Kingdom of Man is like losing out here. They push too far, too fast with just normal militia, while their main force seems to be pushing around the edge of the continent. Oh, and it looks like the Kingdom of Tianqi has found a province that allows them to get war elephants. War elephants are one of the stronger neutral units in the game. Their ability to trample infantry just destroys early game infantry, and it looks like they are definitely pushing pretty far here. They have a wide border against the Kingdom of Man. So it looks like their god's good fortune is allowing them to get a lot of bonuses here, and I don't see a whole lot of their dominion, so it makes me believe that they're located probably in this province or this province, either one of these. Alright, Kingdom of Man is making a move on a neutral province. They should easily take this, and here we go, there's the Alicorns here. Knight of Avalon, so they do have the Alicorn magic damage, which would help if the Kingdom of Tianqi is taking any summons, which might be the case. But I think both of these factions, if I remember, have magic drink. Yes, they do. Alright, let's see. Looks like the Alicorns made it to the enemy backline. That's the whole purpose of cavalry, is to set them to attack backline or archers. It allows you to break them and basically have a pincher maneuver. That's very good. Hopefully they continue to make Alicorns. Continues to push around their back end. I think this is the smart move for the Kingdom of Man. They need as many provinces as they can get, because it looks like Tianqi is having a very strong start. The luck bonuses of their god, I think, are outweighing the luck bonuses of the Kingdom of Man, just because of the extra 15% or whatever the amount, or extra good luck. Also, good thing about the Knights of Avalon is that they have recuperation, so that if they get injured, it's less likely that they would have life attached or negative stats. It's weird though, there's not a whole lot of enemy units on the border of the Kingdom from or even the Kingdom of Man. And it looks like they're kind of trying to go for me, which would be a smart move if they were able to take me out, but I doubt that they have the aquatic units able to take out the light here. And as I was stated at the beginning of this, who I'm disciple to is completely random. Oh, they're waking up. Uther Pendragon is about. This is their timing push. They should definitely push this. But as I was saying, who I am Pretender 2 is completely random, and what race I am is completely random. So the fact that I got an aquatic nation definitely benefits Kingdom of Man. So if they lose this, then it really shows the power of Masa? Is it Masasugu? Or Matasugu? I can't remember. We will find out. I'm not too confident about the Kingdom of Man here. I saw war elephants, and seeing war elephants this early from Tianqi is not a very good sign. Seeing as how definitely the Kingdom of Man is like spamming slingers. Alright, let's go to the Mountains of Evernight. It's not dark here, I would be very upset. It's not dark here. How is this Evernight? Very disappointing. But they are. Kingdom of Man is definitely doing what the bread and butter strat is. They definitely are a heavy cavalry-based faction. This is very good for them. Ivy Hero. Hitting no one. Nope, never mind. It hit a lone horse. Yeah, this is just gonna be short work for them. They're gonna continue to get more and more alicorns, which is definitely good. It's the strongest unit that has at their fingertips here. And I believe the strongest unit, it's debatable, at Tianqi is a horseman riding a red horse, very similar to the red hair that Lulu rides. So, it might be a cavalry versus cavalry situation. This is going to be short work. At this point, I think we could pretty much skip the neutral battles, seeing as how it would be completely one-sided and the chance of the AI failing this incredibly low. Especially since Thrones of Ascension aren't here in this game mode, and typically always use Thrones of Ascension, but Thrones have strong units. But we should start seeing conflict on the border. So we have 117 allies from Man here, which mainly horsemen, and then we have the longbow and cavalry here. So it looks like they're going to start to try to push around the edge of the kingdom of Tianqi. I'm surprised Tianqi hasn't really made a move after that first successful skirmish. They should have been using that advantage of their swordsmen and the war elephants for sure to be pushing in the kingdom. They might be making chapels and a lot of holy units spread it in, which would be the long-term solution for them. But as we can see, the dominion of Uther is actually kind of dwindling here. We can assume that the dominion of Tianqi extends all around in this area. No one's making a move. That is quite surprising. Still no move for Tianqi. What are they doing? What provinces are they going for? They're playing defensively? It doesn't make any sense to me. Though they still might win. You never know. With the Dominion mode, you get upsets quite easily as long as the other faction is just building up their temples and chapels. That's how you can spread Dominion quite quickly. And it looks like Uther is probably not going to feel it, so the strongest ability of Uther is to spread his dominion. He's got the stronger dominion spread than Masasugu. Alright, it looks like they're starting to amass forts on the border here. Kingdom of Man is pushing out pretty heavily here. And it looks like the dominion is lowered here. The push is definitely ruining Tianqi here. Venica and Depsadego are probably going to go the way of Man here. Wait, what? I'm confused. They have swordsmen. Okay, I guess swordsmen aren't Tianqi units, they're just a neutral unit. Oh, are they? I'm staying corrected. I was expecting at this point in the game that the Kingdom of Man wouldn't have a failed attack, but I guess I'm wrong. That was a failed attack. Depths of Dago. Whoa, they're actually moving into the water. With what? A mage? Protective force. Yeah, I guess they're just going into the water. They actually routed half the units. That's crazy. That was... Man is just doing some crazy things right now. It's very strange to me. All that happened, it looked like these two neutral territories were taken by Tianqi. Man made two bad attacks in the same turn. They're throwing any lead that they might have had. I want to see those war elephants. I don't know where they are, though. Tianqi has them somewhere. This is going to be an easy run. This is like the main force of the game. Now, it's really good if their archers would stop firing, because at this point they're only damaging their own units, pretty much. Alright. I think we're getting to the point where forced conflict is going to have to occur. As the neutral territories are running out. Wow, no one's making any moves. That is a lot of enemy units. Ichthyeids are actually quite strong. Ichthyid warriors are stronger. A lot of Imperial crossbowmen. It seems that they're going heavily archers for King of Tianqi. This should be another quick and easy win. It looks like Man either has a separate Alicorn force or they split their forces like this. It's clearly not the main force. Well, they definitely don't need the main force at this point. 4 Alicorns is probably most definitely enough to carry any independent force. They're just incredibly strong. Alright, yeah, that is their main force. It looks like they'll probably go to Pharaoh Woods with their sub-force next turn. Or not. That's surprising. Oh, here we go. It looks like Wait, what? Oh, okay. So I'm guessing they're trying to assassinate me, is what's going on. This could be the end of the match. Okay, so it looks like Tianqi is attacking Kingdom of Man here with their god. This could be a detrimental effect. If they kill Masa Tsugu here, then there will be a Dominion penalty. They don't have any Alicorns in this force, but they do have Knights. They have Knights. What are they? Just Knights of Man. These Knights need to go attack Masasuke here. Like, he has 360 HP, but I think they would be able to take him out. They're routed. Oh, come on. Come on, man. You got this. Come on, turn around, attack their god. It looks like they have an ethereal swordsman. This might be a death knell for the kingdom of Masasuke. It all depends if they were successful in their assassination. Oh, he hits like a truck, bro. Do you see that 50 damage? And he's got a paralyzing move, too, so I guess he's okay. Didn't take too much damage here. So I guess he's alright. He attacks so slow. Not like the max speed. Oh, he was successful there. Alright, what? I'm very confused what's going on in this situation. Did I actually send these things to attack, or the madness of my domain? I think it's the madness of relay is causing this attack. As I said, I have no control of who I'm attached to or my faction, so if my faction has an effect like that, nothing that I can do about it. But this is a huge force by Tianqi. A very large force, and their god is all by themselves. Okay, so it seemed that Tianqi is going to either have to move Masa into Zox or Vitra. Clearly, because they're not going to be able to do anything, and there will be a huge counterattack by the Kingdom of Man going into Starfleet. We think that Kingdom of Man will move New Spring into Zox, so that would mean the only safe place to go would be the Vitra. Unless, of course, he can move more than one province, which is definitely a possibility. Look at all these events. Alright, so as I said, they're going into Zox. This is like their one of their larger forces, or they split them up again. You got 5 alicorns, looks like 6 knights, a bunch of horsemen. Seems like a relatively strong force, and it looks like TNG's got no chance of surviving this. They only have like a couple of units. A lot of them are just neutrals. Alright, Ghent, they're actually attacking Ghent. Massa, oh look at this huge force. Ichthyid warriors. Look at all these different crossbowmen and archers. What are we fighting here? Bunch of militia. This is pretty much a guaranteed win by TNG. Those Ichthyds are gonna do more. Don't want to underestimate these guys. They hit like trucks and they're very resilient. Doesn't even really matter the amount of archers, which is Star Peaks is being attacked. I believe is the province that Massa was in. And Massa is still in Star Peaks. Oh, this is very... Oh, and Uther is fielded too. Oh, we have a god-on-god battle here. If one of these guys die, which is almost like I think guaranteed that one of them will die because they don't break, this could be deciding who's gonna win this match. It really depends on like that paralysis field around Massa here. Oh, there's no way. The Alicorn is just too strong. Even if it's paralyzed, another one will come in after it gets killed. Oh, they've been routed. Oh, man. The game is not over because he can still be revived, but that's a huge Dominion penalty for losing your god. And the fact that Uther is right here in Star Peaks. This might be the winning move by the Kingdom of Man. Man is being on the offensive and attacking Ghent and Vitra. Let's see if they get Ghent back. I can't see why they wouldn't. Uther is still fielded. Oh, this is a huge battle. I can't zoom out. I don't know. It seems like TNG might have the advantage here. They definitely have the numbers. And it seems that Man is slightly slower on the startup. We only got 1 Alicorn. We got plenty of magicians. Priest, we have a mage, we have another mage, we have obviously Uther, which I don't think has any of them. We got bards. Oh, and we got some Champions of Avalon, which are the second strongest unit for the Kingdom of Avalon. They're basically the Avalon Knights without horses. I think they do more damage, but obviously they have less mobility. I'm not entirely sure. Are they sacred units? They are, so they get buffs from the sacred effect of our god, which is... Let's see his magic. Actually, they only get +1 morale. So Uther doesn't have a whole lot of magic attached. He doesn't have any magic attached, really. Uther's going into attack. This might be a bad move for him. If he gets hit like trucks. Come on, Uther. Man, you are slow. That is a lot of arrows from Longo. Took 0 damage. That's good for Uther. He doesn't hit very hard. I mean, that's one of the stronger Aginata infantry that Kenji has. So that's kind of okay that he took it out in basically 2 attacks. 5 damage. How much health does he have left? Not a whole lot because he's in enemy Dominion territory. So he doesn't have as much health. Oh man, this is not looking good. He got into their archers. Oh, he's dead. There's no way he doesn't survive this. Yep. Uther has been taken down as well. So any advantage that they had for taking down Masasuga here is completely lost. They've been routed by the massive army of Tenji. And let's see what they do in Vitra. This is a huge force with pig dudes. Celestial servants. These are also another thing about the faction of Genji. They have celestial units that they can summon. So these guys are pretty strong. I don't think that they're going to be able to hold this, but that is quite a few number of champions. And they have their cavalry pushing back. It all depends on who starts dying. If they break morale, then the champions aren't going to do anything. Looks like top might be failing. It is failing. We have one of the knights running away. Or maybe he's just joining the forces down here. He's not, he didn't break. This one, it looks like it's breaking. The horseman is breaking. The horseman group seems to be breaking. All of them are breaking. This might be a commanding unit. Nope, it's just a normal knight. It must be in some other faction. Attached with this one over here. Those champions held out. They pushed through, and they routed TNG. They did it. They did lose their god, though. Basically, it comes down to who can summon their god quicker. Who has the most number of sacred priests to call their god. That's basically it right now. If they can get that down, they might be able to win. But that's incredibly strong Canadian forces on this line. I don't know. This might be a longer game. It might end at any moment, though. That's another thing. Let's see what the worldwide event is. Strange occurrences plague all lands. Children being born with 2 heads. Pots of gold found lying around. Man, this is crazy. Turmoil. This is like going crazy right now. This can't be good for TNG because they already have -2 into the turmoil state. So additional turmoil is just going to be harder. I don't know who's favored in this match. You got some ogres. You got the giant scorpion. I don't think that. Oh wow, they actually routed it. If I was gonna bet, I was gonna bet on Manhunt. They have like those red generals. Yeah, red guard. It's like one of the stronger units. Looks like. Oh, red guard. This is a very strange battle. Man has been rounded, but like it was very close. Hero guard and all. I don't play a whole lot of teams. They're a little bit strange. I play a lot of man. So I know a little bit more about how they feel. Alright. I think we saw this one. Attacking Miglia. Some archers, some Indians, some more archers, a lot of archers. Man has any ability to break through the lines. They got this? I don't know. They only have 1 alicorn. No, I don't think they have this. I think TNG is going to take this battle. Looks like they don't have the ability set to attack archers. Or this might be just a militia. But it's not actually a militia. Just a militia defense could be good for them, seeing as how they did cause some damage. Basically the cost of some gold to yield these units. With like a force of nothing, I guess this is a small scale. No, it depends on what magic TNG has. But I think these champions might be just. Oh, one of them just got banished. They've been easy. And Umfolia. This is pretty far into the enemy territory. Quite a large line of skirmishers and archers. So if they can hold the line, there should be a lot of damage. They are going to cause the cavalry to break. I don't know, it looks like Kingdom of Man might take this. The champions have got into the fray. Water Elemental coming towards the champion. The archers and skirmishers, as I said, cause a lot of damage. They outnumber the enemy. Yeah, they got this. Those champions are quite strong. I can only imagine the home base is quite a few numbers. Take a look at the map here. We're gonna talk provinces. Kingdom of Man definitely has the provinces down. But we're talking Dominion. Look how strong the Dominion is on some of these zones. Oh, it looks like Ampholia is being sieged, so there's a castle there. That what we cleared out was the defense of the castle. There might be units inside, there probably is. But the militia has been taken care of. Large outpoint force back at home, probably waiting for Uther to move on. And I won't be surprised if Zoxy goes to attack Hanunia or Vitra. Maybe get the start inside. It looks like the front is definitely going towards. But I feel like this match might be over at any moment. The amount of Dominion on the map is quite high. By attention. Definitely larger than the small force. Medium sized force. But I think there's another 4 down. They have a lot of mages, a lot of spells. A lot more spells than the Kingdom of Man. Man definitely doesn't have as many mages. And Uther doesn't help with research at all. Yeah, this is lost cause. Maybe like 3 times the amount of champions down to 2 red guards. But you never know, because like if they're one of their archers is able to have like stray arrow missile or hit one of their commanders, that could be the tide turning event. Great. Doesn't seem like that's gonna be done. Counterattack that TNG is gonna capitalize off of. As they broke the siege. And they have a 330 size unit force. They probably won't go long. Could check the statistics, but I would give it away because I don't want to. But I actually do want to see using the Hall of Fame. And they're probably evenly split about Hall of Fame members. Top is definitely Sigrid. There's Sigrid. I can't actually check out Sigrid. There's back and forth in the zones. One of them needs to make one large victory. It's quite a small force. I don't know why they bothered attacking the province. You don't necessarily have information on the province. Strong militia. But maybe they thought this province would come to them. At this point, they're gonna lose their red guard. They're gonna lose their. I'm surprised if they don't. I'm surprised if they somehow hold this. Okay, they lost the GMS. That's quite a large blow. They are more expensive as you can't like mass them. It seems about an even match here, just judging by mass. A lot of skirmishers from Man, a few archers, a couple champions, 2 Alicorn, like Knights of Babylon, some knights. But they definitely are probably like outmatched on the archers. So if TNG can hold the line here, the advantage definitely goes to them. But the longbows can hit menace from the other side of the map, so that's the strength of it. If you get enough longbows and enough like a strong front line, these guys will just rain death from them. So the crossbows from TNG. Units are breaking, those are stronger like neutral units that you can have, or at least from my experience. cavalry unit breaks. If man's cavalry unit holds, I think the champions are going to be able to against the leader causing this. Doesn't even get to that. Champions are just so strong. Alright. Now, what is going on in Zox? What are these? Pirates? So we have a squad of pirates attacking a bunch of Lion Tribe people. No way the Lion Tribe come out of this. Yeah, this is easy mode. Not enough militiamen to defend, unfortunately. Zox has been taken over. This is quite a few number of territories with high dominion count. I don't know why no one's going Pharaoh Wood. At this point, the line is frozen. They should be able to take Pharaoh Wood.
We stand on the brink of a major breakthrough.
Has Uther been revived? I can't check.
We'll witness a total revival of magic. It is our destiny.
Alright, Ghent and Zox seem to be very popular territories for the...
Mystic force and claim what is right for the
Quite a small force. And this is quite a low tier force, but they got the number. Some wolves. These wolves actually did a whole lot of work. Some random undead. Oh wow, they were able to take it. Those wolves getting that first attack off. There's enough to cause it to break. Oh man. See if man can take Zox back. Should I would think. I mean, there's a lot of low tier units here, but they do have they have a bard, they have like a druid, and they have a bunch of longbows. This longbow, as long as they can hold the line for a little bit, doesn't seem to be the case. Just gotta kill just a few more pirates. Yep, and they're gone. They're retreating. The militia, the low tier neutral. Is been routed again. It seems like this is definitely the front line here between these two areas. One just needs to make a move here. They would be advantage. They should definitely take Pharaoh Woods. Like, I don't know why they're not doing it. Back and forth and back and forth. Star Peaks again. Bitra again. We haven't fought in Amain. Don't think. Long time. Inchi must have an aquatic force? No, they have flyers. A bunch of ravens. Must have cast a ritual spell. Are they gonna take it? I mean, they won't accomplish a whole lot if they take the problem. No, they don't. Immediately. But they wouldn't have accomplished a whole lot if they did take it, seeing as how like the main capital of man is right there with large force. This is a lost cause. Not even these longbowmen can save this. Well, I mean, they could if they get really lucky and hit some commanders. Alright. They're gonna start breaking right about now. Man, they're gonna be able to hold this. These longbowmen just get lucky. Just hit some of these guys back here. All it would take. It'd force them to break. But unfortunately, your tribe shaman is gonna die. Unless he gets really lucky with his run and misses and stuff. He'll lose the commanding officer. Let's go. Star Peaks. Red guard horses with the commanding red. Bunch of snake red. I believe have poisonous bite. Yeah, they do have venomous fangs, so they will cause danger. Alright, I don't know who's favored in this like cavalry exchange. Like, obviously the Red Guards are gonna destroy the normal Knights of Man, but it seems like the Knights of Man are stronger than the Armored Horsemen. Obviously stronger than the normal horsemen. This was probably a lost cause to begin with. It was on the front of the attack and the defense of Man. It was mainly about the help. We have made it to like year 4. No one has won yet. Though this is quite a lot amount of dominion. You can only imagine it's pretty high back here as well. Even that, man has some territories. This church has been spreading enemy dominion crazy. This one as well. Man needs to get on the church game. They're trying. I don't know. This game could end at any moment with the deathmatch. Seriously, at one-sided matches. Where is the defensive force? They have some of their own longbowmen. These are neutral longbowmen. Yeah, these are just the neutral longbowmen. So they're not as strong as the they're still quite powerful. Must have used a teleportation system. That's the only way they would have gotten it. Unfortunately, we don't have that knowledge of how to do it. But this Vanguard that's probably teleported force is going to cause a hell of a lot of problems. It's quite a large force to begin with, and if you just sit here and like build a fort, build a church, this is going to start eating away the dominion. And this might be the death of the man. If they TNT can win this. Was the death match next turn? Let's see if any of them send death match. Yep, okay, they both sent some. This is a lot of battles. A lot of battles. Battle in Man? What? How did this happen? Another teleportation spell. Or it was just the birds. Why do you keep sending birds, TNG? This is not working out for you. Even if you like lay siege to the castle, even if you're able to kill the militia, what are you gonna do? Honestly, those birds will like not be able to make data siege at all. Devils here. It looks like Man's got this. There's no way they lose this. Devils. They'll probably die immediately. Yeah, they're fucking gone. My experience with this game, the flying units are fucking awful with them. You have to basically give them specific orders to wait, like 4 or 5 turns, and have them flying. Otherwise, they just immediately fail. Things like those raiders are terrible. These flying gods are a huge issue. It's the AI won't put them on the way. They don't have spells, so they just fly in. That's quite a large number of alligators. I just realized how many they have. Unsurprisingly, this is probably the turn. Alright, Evernight. They're attacking where Tenchi was located. With a paltry force. What happened? Oh, I guess they moved most of the forces to the province. That was fast. These guys are actually sent to attack the macros. So they did move their units. They're heading for the main force of Man here. A lot of like fodder horsemen. Some longbowmen, 4 champions. I don't think it's enough. These serpents are doing a lot of work. Even if they get killed, their venomous bite is causing them rotting. Might even cause affliction. Kill the unit out. So it's like a war of attrition. Not making out of this. Right. So it looks like they're definitely pushing through to the probably man self. Unless, of course, they are killed at some point on the pathway there. Got one horn serpent. A bunch of just trash militia against a bunch of trash militia dudes. So who knows? This is just a normal serpent. Oh, it's a horn serpent. How the hell? I guess they summoned it somehow. They mind once they lost one of them. Alright, who's gonna win the match? Will it be TNG or will it be Man? We have a priest. And yeah, the priest wins. Able to cast that holy radiance. It looks like the Dominion is starting to spread anyway. I think TNG might be able to take this. My presence is helping out immensely. But if they lose this, I don't know. I don't know. I won't change anything. I was thinking about deleting my chapel, but I'm not touching it. I'm not doing anything. Whatever I have is whatever I have. This is a big turn here. Luther's back. This is the militia group from Man against the militia group of TNG. I don't think it's going to be doing a whole lot here. Even if they win, like they're in heavily Dominion territory. The enemy can easily reinforce whatever they lose. And I haven't seen those war elements. I saw them at the very beginning of the match. Wow, they lost. Wow, they lost. Oh man, that's pathetic. They totally had that. They caused most of the forces of the rout, but then like these skirmishers from TNG were Star Peaks, medium-sized force against medium-sized force. I would probably put my money on Man here, just because they have a lot of middle tier cavalry compared to like the one high tier unit that are not entirely surprised that they're not surprised. Barely lost any knights. Bulwark, they're attacking, trying to get back. Got 6 alicorns down here. Let's say like maybe 10 more back there. It's already over. The devil actually did work. The devil actually killed something. Killed another thing. That means they definitely, they moved in on Man. The large force that I think they had to have teleported in just kept moving towards the capital. Since the alicorns basically that were guarding the capital went to take care of the bulwark, its militia force should be relatively easy for them. This is pretty much a foregone. Unless, of course, longbows of man are able to hit a lucky shot. Though I don't think they're set to target, which is what I would like to set them on. Because that usually is where the enemy commanders stand within. And also we're attacking Zox again. I would say that Tenchi's got the advantage here. Four horned serpent. Some shield dudes. They have an actual, like, priest. Oh, am I wrong? I am wrong, it looks like. Or at least those horned serpents seem to do a whole lot of work. The shield dudes are doing a lot of work. Lion tribe will die almost immediately. Oh, no. Longbowmen like turned into skirmishers, and they actually meleeed the shield dudes to death. Wow, that is surprising. What? I did not expect that to happen at all. What the hell? Seems like these forces are getting like really attrition. Like there's not a whole lot here on either side. I'm pretty sure the defending force is probably just militia. Come on, Scorpion, don't die! Oh, Scorpion didn't die. Okay, so it's not a loss. Scorpion summon dude needs to stay alive forever. Alright. It's a fucking huge force. Gotta be getting close to the end. Or at least getting to the point where I can probably call it against the kingdom. Because they have, like, almost no territory. I mean, they have these territories up here, but the dominion on them is not going to be switching anytime. Right. I'm curious to see the Man province first. Like, I don't think they'll be able to hold against the 300 units. But they have, I guess they reinforce themselves with crows, using that magic. The crow commander's just chilling back there. Not entering. So much magic going on. But yeah, this is like pretty much as I said, foregone conclusion. There's no way Tenchi holds this. The force wasn't large enough. It caused some disruption. But they should have been doing other things. Like honestly, like, they should have been taking provinces. Like they have to have a larger force back home. And I don't know why they're not doing anything. But yeah, there's no way that even if they get lucky with the crossbows and take out some enemy commanders, cause man to like retreat, there's just too many commanders. Look at all those bars. 4 bars there. 5 bars there. It's just the commanders that are bards. Not a surprising outcome. Let's take a look at the map here. Looks like Tenchi did make a successful assault against Biglia. But it seems like the stalemate is going on quite long. Like, Man actually, I think, has honestly more territory than Tianchi. The issue is that Tianchi's dominion is just everywhere. So as long as like they're able to take out the chapels or put their own priests into these chapels, and that's all it really takes. Our peaks is being attacked again. Small force. It's relatively large defending force. Gonna circle around. Oh no, they're probably gonna break before they even get there. Oh. Alright, and then that'll Vitra. Our peaks Vitra is like everyone and Zox. Those 3 territories Dong you, die day, cast personal look. Fucking dong you. Where are you? Where are you, dong you? Can't find dong you. Oh, there he is, this guy. Yeah, there he is. Look at all his luck. He's got Twisted Fate, activated. Like, a lot of these Vanguard forces only, like, pretty much like 90% force power. Not the best to have. They're gonna force the, I mean, obviously they routed them, but they caused their own units to. They definitely need some more infantry. I'm getting to the point where I might have to pull the strings. Oh wow, there's actually an uprising. Denica. Units have been healed. Might have to pull the strings and just like fast forward a couple of years until there's a victory. And she keeps wasting their magic gems to do this like Raven attack that never works. It never works. I don't know why they keep doing it. The Independent's gonna be successful in taking the province back? I don't know. Horsemen might just be enough to take him out, or at least tank long enough. Horse archers aren't really the best unit. I think actually the Independents are pretty good. Oh my god. Man is losing its own provinces here. Independence, because no one seems to want to take Feral Woods. Why? They've had so many opportunities. They obviously can't take it now because it's not like cold enough to cross. That's ridiculous. Like, they had units on this border forever, and they refused to take the province. And they probably took it back. Another worldwide. Again, wow, Jesus. Like, that's 2 times in a row. We're gonna stop skipping events, or battles. At this point, it's starting to go on quite long. I have a huge treasure. It's ridiculous. Look how fucking, it's crazy. It looks like Star Peaks was taken over by Tianchi. Bitra was taken over by Tianchi. Got someone to join my forces underlay. Colder now. And Tianchi is on the offensive here. Let's see how many they take. Take 1. There's some Yetis. This is a random Yetis at Star Peaks. They take 1. They're having siege over Tianchi. Take Sox. They lose Armenia. What was their 4th? Oh, probably. I have to go see. Did they use the fucking crows again? No, they teleported their own units. But that's kind of a mistake, and it looks like Uther's back on the field. And I would assume that Uther's gonna take the front line. There's almost no way that Uther doesn't take the front line of the offensive against CNG. His presence is gonna boost the amount of Dominion, and I think his Dominion is definitely higher. Masa Super. Which might be enough to close out the game. There's a lot of pink though, it seems like it's definitely pushing you out. Counterattack potential is not super high. New Spring can attack Zox. But it seems like the Bulwark units have to move into Tigre. I would assume now is a matter of either move to Lygia or the Bulwark to reinforce. Actually, they can't. It's not actually cold enough. Whoa, what the fuck? They have to go up. Huge battle, another huge battle. We can look at those in a second and see what happens. They must have had some like unsuccessful siege. The siege was not successful. And then they got pushed into attacking Phrygia. I don't know, but it seems like Star Peaks is probably one of the ones. It looks like Uther probably was the one. I think Uther's making his comeback. I haven't seen Massimo. We got a Yeti. That's always cool to see. I don't know why they like summon the devil. Devils aren't that good. They never have enough to really justify it. They had like a full squad of like 20 or so. That might be enough. But I have a feeling that Uther's gonna move back to the Sox. Quite a long match. What year are we in? Late winter of year 4. Let's see that if Uther went back to his fortress, but it looks like he did. He split his forces up. Those wolves are going to actually cause a whole lot of problems. Not for man, but for TNG. They're going to die almost instantaneously, and that's going to break morale. A lot of units. Retreating units lower morale. When they break morale. It's not a good thing to like spam loads your units. Uther moving up is always a little issue. He could easily be killed. He's going into enemies like Dominion, so his health is going to go lower and lower and lower. That's the issue of him not having any magic. They're not teaching him magic using the gems, so he's going to be in that situation where it's always going to be melee. The main force is definitely in Star Peaks. We went into Temecula. How big is this force attacking Temecula? Not actually that big. So this is not even a real push. We're gonna back out. Not gonna be a big. They obviously win, but they'll be stomped almost instantaneously. This Dominion is still incredibly strong. So I don't know. This might be a very long match. A lot of back and forth. In year 5 already. Might have to make an arbitrary rule that if it goes on too long, I have to pull a godly move and just end the match of whoever has more dominion. These like mannequins? Fine man, they're about the same. Slow down on this map. Easy. Hands got that. Match, no problem. Right, we're gonna end here. No need to watch the entire. And we're gonna break one of my other rules, even though it's not a real rule. We're gonna see the score graph here. We're gonna see who is technically winning. And as I said, they have to be getting close, because I'm assuming these are like maybe 50s. That's 100, that's 200, that's 300, that's 400. This is probably 450 right here. They are so, TNG is so close to winning if this is indeed 400. Like, they are definitely doing that. But like army size, they're struggling. They keep losing these engagements to man. Research is about on par. Magic gems doesn't really matter too much because man doesn't use a whole lot of magic to begin with. This province, look at this. It's like game lost. It's like amazing. Like a sinusoidal wave. Obviously, it has to be because they're the only ones fighting, barring the independence. Might have to skip a few battles. We're just gonna only look quick. If they attack Ampholia, I'll definitely watch that one for sure. Looks like there was an unsuccessful siege of Albury. The main force of the Ghent area. Yep, here we go. We won't be surprised to see Uther here. Whoa! Uther's not fielding here. Where did Uther go? the larger, like, force, they definitely stir it up. But this amount of Alicorns might be enough. These Chalice Knights, these Knights of Avalon. Incredibly strong. Not only do they have a magic attack, they have a bunch of other attacks. Who are these things? I can't even remember the name. Fucking jousting speed. I think this is pretty much a guaranteed thing. Where the hell is this speed? Just stay back in there. Oh, look at that. Look at this run over. I'm so disappointed we didn't get to see those war elephants. War elephants would have been really interesting to see. Especially that early. They had war elephants as early as they did. Uther's staying back. Uther is definitely onto the counterattack. It's like, what is this? It's like Gundam Char's counterattack? Again, Uther was being shit on the entirety of like and somewhat of the early game too. Now he's making this hella push into TNT territory. Like TNT gave up. You knew the salt in the wound would be if TNT somehow still wins the victory, despite the massive force being pushed into it. I don't know. Like when I started this match, I had my money on the Kingdom of Man. Simply because I played them the most. Oh, look at this battle! Oh, hold up, I gotta slow it down. This battle is fucking huge. Do you see how many Alicorns that man has fielded? Oh my god, it's fucking huge. There's some gelatinous cubes, which I always love to see. You get a +1 if you get a gelatinous cube in your arm. But I don't know. I think Masa's gonna die here. There's no way. Like, he's got the paralysis roll, but like that's not enough. Like the amount of Alicorns here are just gonna stomp through the normal infantry, and any magical like damage they can do because of the horn is just insane. Though I say that, they're taking a lot of damage here from magic. Main force is coming up. Oh man! Oh, do you see all those arrows? They have the high ground too. Oh, high ground plus longbow. Masa is definitely beefed up a bit. It's like doing a fuck ton of it. But I think it might not be enough. Like, he's in his own dominion that has a lot of dominion, so he should have a lot of HP. He still has 145 HP. No, actually, yeah, he's got like a max of like 360, so like, he's got plenty of HP. But there's no way he's gonna. Yeah. Even if he wanted to retreat. Oh! No, he couldn't. Too many horsemen. It was quite a costly attack, but they took out the enemy god and they're sieging Folio. Where did Luther go? Did Luther go back here? I think Luther like is retreating back, which is very strange to see. Okay, so TNT, there's another less known victory condition for this AI battle. If you're able to take the enemy capital, it's over. So it doesn't matter about it if they have less dominion. If TNT loses the capital, it's fucking over. They actually were able to siege. So this is the situation where you like flying units. Flying units kind of similar to how flying units work in like Flying Magic. Flying units on castle sieges can be incredibly useful if you have them spread. Because you have to go through this narrow area. But these Alicorns are done. They're routed. That's one fort down. Oh man. Like, I don't know if they have enough resources to start fielding up a counterattack. Like, the counterattack from Uther was just too much. Like, obviously TNT probably has a fuck ton of units in it. But I don't think it's enough. And the dominion that they had is starting to fade away. Starting to go neutral. Look, there's... man is building a bunch of cathedrals here. Like, their priests aren't as powerful as Tianqi's, like, celestial priests. We have a counterattack by Tianqi. Looks like they were successful in breaking the siege of Algol, but they could not take Ampholia. They couldn't even break the units outside. And it looks like the main force has been split into 3, so we're gonna have Vitra probably gonna go attack Algol. And I'm assuming Gent's gonna reinforce Ampholia. They have another assault on immediately. Is it the fucking birds again, or did they teleport it? We need to stop doing this. This is a waste of magic. Like, even if they take one province doing this, it's like, what is it gonna accomplish? Like, they're too weak. Those crows are not strong enough to hold out. Alright, looks like, yep, they did go for Alpha and Ampholia. So let's look at the map and see what we need to work on. They were successful at beating down the militia, but I don't think they're going to hold very long, because Vitra is going to definitely either help out the siege of Algol, attack Old Forest, or go back over. And it looks like Man left one of their main forces to go to Tenaria. So the Tenaria might either go back and take it, or they can be confident in holding it, because it's a fortress, and use that siege to take other provinces. But look at this minion switch. This is the end. Like, Tianqi had a huge chance to win mid-game when they were pushing into enemy territory. They just needed to get other units over there because they were taking attrition. Look at this. These fucking crows. Like, stop casting crow spells. Now this is Man, I think, doing this. This is retarded. Why are you doing that? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, this is the next turn. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's been enlarged. Okay. Using magic spells. This is a Wraith Lord. Veins. So high tier magic is definitely coming out from Tianqi, but is it enough to like raw, like, production ability? Look at how many archers they have. This is not even their main force. This Griffin should die. Yeah, like, it doesn't matter that you have a very powerful, like, mage unit, like such like a Griffin. You need like maybe like 10 Griffins to hold a chance against the broad number of units. I would be honestly surprised if Man doesn't. Unicorns, 6, 8. I have like 12 Alicorn riders here. This is not their main force. This is like their main force is divided like 4 or 5 times. I've not seen any like Red Guard riders really coming out from Tianqi. I'm not seeing like any of their like Red Guard infantry coming out, which is like the equivalent of champions. Very strange. But yeah, they broke the siege. Maybe next turn they'll be able to go into Algol. I don't know where they're gonna go, but Tianqi is really hurting here. We're gonna look at the statistics here. Sure. Score graphs. Yeah, look at this. Look at this loss of Dominion. Insane. They had such a lead, and they're giving up all the Dominion. Huge swing. This is a very difficult swing to come out. It's possible. The thing with Dominions 4 is that like almost anything's possible. If you get really good luck, or the enemy gets terrible luck, you can come back from pretty much anything. This is a bad fielding choice, but it might be like, really against using prodigies and wolves. I don't know what those wolves were doing. Their AI told them to go all the way to the back. And they're breaking. The wolves that are breaking have caused the infantry to actually break as well. That's why you don't field wolves! Those wolves cause more problems than anything else. God damn it. Come on, we're so close to winning. Honestly, though, I think they can't come back. Even if they take a territory or two, there's no way they're taking on, like, Umpholia anytime soon. All of his gold is gonna 100% fall. Even if this assaulting force dies, they have Vitra to reinforce, they have Ghent to reinforce, they have, probably they're building up their own forces back at home, it looks like. Not really that much, though. But I don't know, look at, you have a spy in TNT's home territory, you have only 140 units there. You have 6 gelatinous cubes, though, I mean, that's a bonus. I'm curious, though, like, how much defense can I put into my home territory? It caps at 100, didn't know that. We lower it back down. Making any choices could affect the match. TNG somehow sends an assassin. It breaks through my defenses and kills me. Kills my pretender guy, or my disciple rather. It's over for the Kingdom of Man. That's how it works. A lot of like fodder units. They have like vermin, they have like mannequin bindmen. I think they're not going to hold this. These fodder units, this is over. This is the importance of having a lot of infantry. These like low tier, like spear units. I'd be surprised if TNG is doing it. There's a lot of spells coming out from these like druids. A lot of fodder units. I don't think it's enough. The horsemen just grow. It's over! Your commander's out of here! Oh! No! Leave! You're gonna give up your life? Okay. You're still probably gonna die. This lady's dead. Yeah, she's gone. She ended up. Bard made it. Doesn't really matter at this point in the game. Well, there is a siege of Umpholia. I'm surprised Aldgold is still holding up. The walls have been taken down. And not surprisingly, man counterattacks Umpholia with a huge fucking force. Wow, they were able to take some of the mannequins, which are the binding. Such a useless spell. How do they have it? I guess if you get like the log to disrupt the enemy forces, you have to fly in, which is kind of what I do. Yeah, there's no way to do champion trying to get in here. Can't find his way in. This is exactly what you don't want. You don't want the front line. You want your fodder units to be front line. You want your horsemen to go across. There's definitely something wrong with the field of these units. So probably, to be honest, the horsemen are the knights of the knights of the probably was definitely front line. Still. Counterattack on Aldgold. So if this counterattack is successful, this might be a comeback. But if man holds this, Luther is here. That too affliction. Fully decked out. Ivy Lord. That's why the mana. Actually have a Knight of Avalon. A bunch of Yetis. Celestial Hell. More Celestial units all day. Uther could be killed. You never know what. Uther's down, everyone loses. Okay, so they lost some of their units, but I doubt there's any really units. All of them. Forces change here diminished crazy level. Only has 10. I think what happened was these guys are gonna break, they're gonna retreat, or rather these guys are gonna break. Finally, they're fielding some red horses. Red guard horses. Finally, like we hadn't seen them in so long. They actually might be successful. They might, yeah, they're taking this battle. They have the numbers and they have the ability. So if they can take some red guard horsemen out of this equation, it's gonna help out the others. Unfortunately, unfortunately, we have a army size of 453. Mainly wolves, though. That's a lot of wolves. That's like half the force is shown as wolves. So that might actually not be that good. I'm surprised Outgold is still not besieged. But I'm assuming Vitra's gonna help out. They're probably gonna actually cut their fort. I want to see a large battle because this is gonna end soon. It's this pressure that Dan is applying on TNG is too much. Those wolves, Jesus fucking Christ. A lot of fucking wolves, those devils. So many spells in this game. Red Guard was completely annihilated by the first attack of the magic damage. The magic damage on the is too much. Wolves though, why are you building wolves? They're like they're basically a morale penalty. It seems to be working out with the alicorns are doing. I think this is the last edition of the They needed to hold this assault. It's province. They needed to. This seems like one of their larger forces, and at this point I don't think they could. I think it's very much a reason that Uther is going to be slaying Masatsugu here. Looks like Kingdom of Man is going to be the first victory in this series. Hopefully they can continue their push onward. The victor of Season 1. Algold is folding. It's very strange. Oh, it looks like they had a small assault force attack. Damn crows. I gotta verify this. I gotta verify that they use the fucking crow spell. Oh my god, it's the damn crows. Both of you guys need to stop using this fucking spell. Like, almost completely like a huge fucking waste. Why would you ever use it? Oh, they're holding a siege. They gotta be close. Let's look at the score graphs here. Yeah, they're getting close. If this is indeed the 450 line, which I think it might be, TNG was about 25 millions away. Now at this point, man is tied with the highest point. It's a large force. What the hell are you doing? Lizard and the Warriors. Looks like they're gonna hold the siege and not attacking Alston. So those lizardmen went straight. Be interesting to see if they hold the siege on Alston, or it may look like they broke off the siege. At least broke off part of the siege. So it's definitely not enough. If God is here, this is not enough to counter this assault. Like a coral here. Coddle, yeah. Not seen this unit. Amazing what like different units you see when you're playing. What type of elemental? Is that paralyzed water? Living mercury. Oh my fucking god, though. Like, that is a lot of the vermin. Looks like out of the breaker. I'm not surprised. I didn't think they were going to hold this. Especially since that awesome speed. Little scorpions versus giant scorpions. They held pretty well. I will admit. Like the force count between Man and TNG here was immensely against like Man, but they held for so long. That vermin skull actually held out amazingly well. It was spammed by like 4 or 5 agents. There was no way with that force to get through it. As 330 HP. There's a counterattack going on here. Because Man doesn't want to break off the siege on Alpha. That's the reason why. The main forces of Man are still. It's very strange that Earl Wood still has a bunch of influence from NG, despite Man having 2 different cathedrals right next to it. Got to be a reason for that. Maybe it's because of the no one probably maybe actually might be that she has Is this the counterattack? Let's see what this guy is. This traitor king. You have so many people that haven't done anything, and I have like 41,000 credits. Yeah, it looks like they're just maintaining the sieges. It looked like TNG had an attack. Wow, they actually took it. That's insane. They actually took the difference. But Alsgold is still being seen. No, never mind. They finally took Alsgold. That was an incredibly strong turn. They got both. Oh. Or maybe they got Alsgold on some other small force. Okay, so they got Alsgold this time. lot of summon units. Definitely been using a lot of summon. Definitely the course of action. I don't have the province military. So they have to rely on that. I don't think it's enough. I mean, that obviously isn't enough. Man is able to take this. Also, still only has those 2 missions. Like nothing but banishment. These vinemen. Now they're retreating away. Like they have some crazy units on. That's a lot of monks. I didn't realize how many monks. It looks like they're breaking through now. This is obviously not the right place. Quite resilient. They're holding up. Shit out of it. Oh, that's like completely dangerous. Though they failed the assault forest, TNT only has either 5 or 6 territories that really matter. These territories have been cut off. Like they're less effective than playgrounds, so it doesn't really even matter. This assault is only 7 units big, so it's 140. Maybe even like the combination of this force and this Star King's fort. It looks like they're amassing more. This is a foregone conclusion, but we're gonna ride down to the bitter end until it says victory. And we have made it. A true god has ascended. We have our first victor here. Our first victor, so let us go through these final battles and rejoice in the winner of Uther Pendragon. Kingdom of Man has wiped out Tianqi from this tournament. If you are curious about the tournament bracket, just check below the video and you'll be able to see a link to the tournament bracket. Hopefully I'll be able to update it. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised. In the early and mid-game, Tianqi definitely had the advantage. They were pushing in and their dominion was like 25 points away from them. They were an inch away from winning. And I think if my presence wasn't here, they would have won. But as I said, it's completely random of what team I'm placed on. And even though I was placed on the winning team here, it seems like Tianqi could have won. If they didn't keep fucking gassing the stupid Raven spell on territories they didn't own. If they like bolstered their own forces and pushed similarly to that of what Uther Pendragon was doing for the Kingdom of Man, they could have won easily. All they needed was like maybe 2 or 3 territories, and if they held those, they would have won. But will Masatsugu die here? Like, this is a fitting end here. We have Uther versus Masa. I have a feeling one of them will die. They won't be able to escape. Who will it be? Judging about who won, who ascended, I'm assuming Uther won. But you never know. Uther might die here. Same with Masa. Both of them might die. This might be the luck of the draw that they just had more dominion or enough dominion. Gelatinous speeches are so fucking awesome. I fucking love gelatinous speeches. Like, not so much in this game, but fucking D&D. Especially, like, the first time I ever saw them was in Temple of Elements of Evil, which is a relatively old Dungeons and Dragons C game. That was like the first time I had experience with D&D. Really like playing it. I fucking loved it. That was the gelatinous. Oh man, boss, there's no way you can do this. You don't even have your paralysis like shit. I don't know why you don't have this. You're gone. Get out of here. Uther is the true pretender god for this round. He's gonna be moving on to fight Bandar Log, which got a first round bye just by the luck of the draw. So hopefully you'll be able to take out Bandar and keep moving forward. Not a big fight. Seems like TNG will definitely win this one. They're assaulted in some undefeated province. Especially some of their like animated skeletons too. We can skip this one. The final battle, probably what caused the end of the victory. Maybe. Never mind, they're not taking this. It was definitely the battle against Masaru that caused the victory. You can just sit here and enjoy the longbow and having the high ground. Probably gonna die, but definitely moving a bunch of speed. I am honestly surprised and quite happy that, man, they were my favorite going into this, mainly because I know how to play them to some degree, so I played them in actual games with Dominion. And I'm quite relieved, because I honestly thought that TNG was going to take it. Halfway through this, I thought they were going to take it. Uther Pendragon, the compassionate, patron of the rich, great ruler of man, has ascended, and at his side, his worm food, the Ghost King, i.e. me, ready to strike down anyone who poses the new god. In all the temples of this world, hymns are sung of Uther Pendragon's glory, offerings made to the great god of all. This world is now at peace, now one being reigns supreme, and has banished the false pretenders in places of darkness and eternal suffering. And with that, my friends, we have the true winner of the first round, and we can X off Masasuke. We have the one true god on top of the fucking mountain for this first round, Uther Pendragon. And I actually do not know off the top of my head who's next in the bracket, so let us check out. The next match, round 2, is Pelagia, the Triton Kings, versus Celeria, the Reformed Empire. Neither I'm too familiar with, I never really play them, but that'll be a cool match. I don't know who I am gonna be randomed into, who's gonna win the coin flip and have me as the pretender. But it'd be nice to see the effect of me being a disciple. If like every one of these, the winner is whoever I'm discipled to, that would be quite interesting to see. I mean, because I do offer some dominion to their dominion, but I'm not actually doing it. If I die, it will be the death of my disciple god. But without too much further ado, I'm going to be ending the stream. I'll see you next time in Dominions 4 AI Battle.